Welcome everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be delving back into the world of Pathfinder Kingmaker. This is a game that's been heavily requested despite the fact that we've played through it 3 times, that being the alpha, the beta, and the 1.0 release. That being said, we are on patch 2.0.7b, so a lot of things have probably changed. In fact, I know that some scaling balancing has been done, so that's kind of nice. We are going to go through a full playthrough of the main campaign again, and we're also going to do the DLCs of Varnhold's Lot and Beneath the Stolen Lands later on. But we're going to just start out with the main campaign again and see how things have changed since the last time we played through it, which was about a year ago, I want to say, maybe over a year ago. Anyways, we're going to play on challenging mode. We're only going to change one thing. We're going to add immersive mode to it, and we're going to get rid of the tutorial. So critical hits are normal. Death's Door, dead companions rise after combat, and remove negative effects on rest are all off. Auto level up is off. Enemy stat adjustments are somewhat tougher. Damage to party is 1.0. Enemy difficulty is normal. Party speed depends on what you're carrying. Yes. No character retrain. And everything else is just sort of the same as it was the first time we played through, mostly. And next, so we're going to create a new character. Our character is going to be something new, something we haven't tried before, really. We are going to make, well, they added portraits I wanted to show you guys really quickly. So they added a tiefling portrait for males and females, both of which are pretty cool. We're going to the Aasimar though. And we are going to take the hairstyle of Long and the beard of Beardy. We're going to make him an old man. We're going to change his skin tone a little bit there. Body type 1 is, you know what, we'll make body type 3. We'll make him a scraggly old man. Yes, that's perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Very hobo-esque. Alright. We're going to be playing a Cleric and Ecclesitheurge. So they stop using armor as much, basically. But they get protection via the strength of their deity. They focus on the miracles their deity bestows and the breadth of that deity's dominion. Mostly what that means is they get Blessing of the Faithful. So as a standard action, they can bless one ally within 30 feet. They get +2 secret bonus on attack rolls, skill checks, ability checks, saving throws, and AC until the Ecclesitheurge next turn. And we can expend channeled energy to increase the duration and number of rounds equal to the number of dice. Also importantly, we get our deity's favorite weapon, which is going to come into play very shortly, and we have Domain Mastery. When we choose our cleric domains, we designate one as primary and the other as secondary. We can use non-domain spells to prepare spells from our primary spells domain list. So that's pretty good. It'll come into play later in the game. You'll see as we go. We're going to go straight into things. So there's seven types of Aasimar you can be. You can be ones like Garuda, which are... Oops, I didn't actually mean to choose it. Garuda are avian, and they get +2 bonuses to Dex and Wisdom. Muse Touched are +2 to Dexterity and Charisma. Lawbringers get +2 to Con and Wisdom, and skills. They all have their own certain skills, and they can also get like a inherent power, like Hold Person for the Lawbringer, for example, and Glitter Dusk for the Muse Touched. Idlekin is +2 Constitution and Charisma. Emberkin are Intelligence and Charisma. And Angelkin, which is actually the most common, I think, for Strength and Charisma as well. We're going to be just a straight-up normal Aasimar. +2 to Wisdom and Charisma, both of which are very important for clerics to have. We also get a racial bonus to Persuasion when used for Diplomacy, and Perception checks. And we can use Searing Light once per day. We are going to follow Erastil, and the reason we're following Erastil is because his favorite weapon is the longbow. So by following Erastil, we will be able to use said longbows in battle, which is kind of nice. Alright. And we're going to go channel positive energy. You can choose channel negative energy, and you can actually become a fairly good negative channeler in melee combat if you're going to go heavily armored, sort of tower shield, full plate cleric, and you want to stand toe to toe. It's actually really useful to grab channel negative energy, and it can actually be really powerful. But we're not going to go that way. We're going to grab the animal domain. That's the first one we want. I had a moment there. My brain didn't brain. So we gain the ability to have an animal companion at 4th level. We also get domain spells: Magic Fang, Hold Animal, Dominate Animal, Summon Nature's Ally, Beast Shape, Summon Nature's Ally 6, Summon Nature's Ally 7, 8, and 9 as well. Community Domain gives us the ability, it's a really cool ability actually. If we look at Community, oops, damn it, I want that one first. And then Community Domain. Why won't you let me see what you have to offer? There we go. Guarded Hearth is the one I'm thinking of here. And Guarded Hearth is at 8th level. We can create a ward that protects a specified area. It's a full round action. I have a hiccup. But all friendly creatures in the area receive Sacred bonus equal to your Wisdom modifier on all saving throws, attack rolls, while inside the warded area. So it's really, really good for defending your team. Anyways, that's what we're taking. That's what we're going to be. We are going to do a stat distribution that looks a lot like this. 19, 16, wrong. 14 and 12. We don't really need strength because we are not going to be wearing armor and we are not going to be in melee a whole lot. Constitution, we're not going to be in melee a lot, so hopefully our 9 hit points are going to keep us alive. We're going to go knowledge, nature, religion, perception, and persuasion. Those are our 4 skills. 3 of them are class skills, and yes, one of them is not a class skill, but perception is pretty important, and we get a +2 racial bonus to it for being an Aasimar, so that's where we're going to go with those things. Now there's 2 feats you kind of want to look at in the beginning of the game. Point Blank Shot is pretty good, and Selective Channel is really good. Selective Channel is probably going to be what you want to go with. It makes it so that your heals only heal your group members and not the enemy as well. And when you're the primary healer and spamming out channel energy, you're going to want to make sure that you're only hitting your teammates.
I shall not falter.
We'll go through all the voices, but I'll show you. Pious is the one we're going to go with.
Their life ends here.
All I see is blackness.
Defeat is not an option. I won't give up.
Let us bide our time.
Let's hear you cry.
I'll go ahead.
And none, of course, is
Our
none.
time has come.
I love the Pious one. So we're going to take it. We're going to be lawful neutral, and we need a name. It's going to be
on.
Eltimar. So we're going to be lawful neutral. We're going to lean a little bit more towards the good side than the evil side, probably. But we're going to try and keep the best situation for our kingdom as opposed to anything else. So if there's an evil thing that will improve our kingdom a lot, that's fine. If there's a good thing that will improve our kingdom a lot, also fine. We're going to do what's best for our kingdom no matter what, I think, in this playthrough. So yeah, there we go. We have weapon proficiency, longbow. We have 5 acid, cold, electricity resistance. We have no damage reduction currently. We also have channel positive energy, which does damage undead, I might note as well. So, in we go.
Our story started at the mansion of an Al-Douri sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Where are they? This is taking forever! It didn't even say what this was for, just that the Al-Douri were looking for heroes. Who are the Al-Douri anyway? Rich folk?
Yes, mostly, actually.
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Al-Douri sword lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming!
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Al-Douri, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Salimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
Forgot to note, we can actually scroll over these things and get a little more context about them. So the Al-Douri sword lords arose when famed swordsman Baron Syrian Al-Douri agreed to train a select group of peoples using in his dueling techniques. They ruled Rosslyn for generations, each as prickly and impulsive as the Order's founder. Though they are considered some of the finest sword fighters in the Inner Sea region, they are also obsessed with personal standing and honor. Restov is one of the 2 largest cities in the fertile region of Rosslyn in southern Brevoy. Lord Mayor Yosef Salimius leads the city, which is a trade and cultural center that borders the river kingdoms, the Shrike River, and the Stolen Lands. As the birthplace of the Al-Douri dueling style, the city boasts several Al-Douri and Taldan dueling schools, which has led to the city being a favorite place for young nobles to practice dueling championships. Most prominent among them is the Al-Douri Academy, widely regarded as the region's finest war college.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
The mayor, a middle-aged man with bushy sideburns and a monocle, wears a beaming smile.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder.
Brevoy is a relatively young nation, having only existed since 4499 AR. The history of Brevoy before this time is the history of two often warring nations, Issia and Rosland. The coming of Chorrol the Conqueror changed all of this. After securing the defeat and surrender of the two nations, Chorrol christened his family House Rogarvia. Its rule ended with the mysterious disappearance of every member of House Rogarvia in 4699 AR, leaving Brevoy in a precarious political position. And then Stolen Lands are an almost wholly unsettled region in the northeastern section of the River Kingdoms, bordering the nation of Brevoy and serving as a buffer between Brevoy and the River Kingdoms. Traditionally, the haunt of bandits and monstrous humanoids, the Stolen Lands are regarded as stolen by all nations along their border, even though none has ever been able to keep these realms under their control for long.
Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
There's a whole team of us? Who exactly will receive the Baron's title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
If I may please answer the question.
Jamandi clears her throat loudly, interrupting the argument. She takes a long pause, waiting for the voices to die down, as everyone directs their attention towards her.
We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Why not just recognize the Stag Lord as Baron?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
You're helping us found a barony. What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Al-Douri and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
Of course we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
I actually don't know anything about Casey. She's a new character. A tiefling girl is standing nearby, speaking in a hushed voice. Noticing you've heard her comment, she winks at you coyly. What rewards can we expect exactly?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
The Lord Mayor's eyebrows rise so far he almost drops his monocle.
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
I find Amiri grating.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Restov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Jumanji smiles.
Now you're talking.
It's as clear as day.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go, and return in triumph.
Alright, let's talk to Lindsay, probably.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
I'm Eltimar, pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Lindsay blushes a little. Wait, a book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
Not a bad plan. It's settled then. I'll accomplish the feats, you'll write them down.
Deal. All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Alright. Let's go talk to some people. Tomorrow our glorious journey begins. Are you ready? I hope so. Don't need any layabouts on my team. And then Amiri says, finally, the idle talk's over. Can't wait to set out. Get some rest before the road. You have a difficult journey before you. I'll double the guard for the night just as a precaution. What game is Jumanji playing? I'm not used to feeling like a pawn. The expedition is surely doomed. You are super depressing here. I'm glad I don't have to bring any other clerics along. Except for quest things, I guess. Casey says, northern architecture is beautiful but very heavy. In my native land of Quadira, palaces are furnished quite differently. Alright, let's go. It's bedtime. I realized we didn't switch our weapons around, so our first fight's going to be with a crossbow, probably, but that's fine. Whatever. Not a big deal.
Help! Help!
Lindsay bursts into your room. She looks scared. Her face is smeared with soot, and she holds a weapon in her hands. What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers or we'll all be cut down one by one.
As if to lend credence to Lindsay's words, a scream echoes from the hallway. It definitely did. It was a very impressive scream, actually. You're not going anywhere. It does appear that way. Well then. Instantly killed that guy. So chain shirts are worth 25, daggers are worth 1, but they're only 1 pound. So they're actually not the worst in terms of carrying. What's this crossbow weigh? 4 for 9, that's not bad either. Alright. We have nothing to look at in there. Let's go outside. There's a longbow and a bunch of other garbage loot, including a bloodstone, a dagger, and 12 gold. I'm not saying 12 gold is garbage, it's just not very exciting. No one was ever like, oh yes, 1 gold. That's the best treasure I've ever found.
Without a doubt.
Now, I'm gonna try something. V. V is pause. I think shift spacebar is like slow. There's a time dilation mechanic in the game and I gotta be careful about it because sometimes I set it off by accident. They've got someone, we gotta help. Look, they're running, get them. I know what shall we do with this one. We'll finish him later, he won't get away.
I'm writing you out of our story.
We missed entirely. Well, that was good. My campaign character has missed twice now, so that's excellent.
You're just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory. Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the stolen lands. Speaking of dummies...
The gnome.
Please ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
The gnome looks back at Lindsay and starts whispering as he takes a ring off his finger, handing it to us. Alright, well, we'll put the ring on, because it's actually fairly useful. That +1 AC might keep us alive a little bit.
I will guide us.
And we'll take the loot. I'm gonna save here, because this could go badly.
Our time has come.
Leave this one to me. They dare to attack me?
Nice, one down. Come on, someone fire. Are you not shooting? Oh, there you go.
Just die already.
Someone almost killed him. Yay, good job, Lindsay. Lindsay is a killing machine in our game so far. We're gonna leave all that armor on the ground because it's actually worthless. We're gonna grab all of the... Bows are worthwhile though, at least in the beginning part of the game. The armor is worth 1 gold and it weighs a bunch. Weighs 10 pounds for 1 gold. That's not very cost effective, so we're just gonna leave it where it is.
Our path leads on.
Very cost to weight effective, I should say. Pathetic. They couldn't defend themselves, but they thought to conquer the stolen lands. And also, is everyone dead? Oh no. There is some hide armor in here. Weighs 25 pounds, worth 3 gold. Pass. Yes, we need every little bit of gold, but we have a serious weight capacity problem until we get some fighters in our group. So, yeah. I think we're at medium encumbrance already. Should probably actually take a look at that. Because I don't think we can carry that much stuff. 6 pounds for 3 gold. We'll drop that. And we're still in medium, so 2 pounds for 8 gold. That's pretty good. 1 for 1 might be what we end up dropping. Ever-burning torches are really good. We should keep those basically forever. I think you can put them on your quick belt, and they just like stay.
I have no need for this.
I guess not. But there was a way you could do that. But regardless, let's drop 1 dagger. Almost there. 2 daggers? Now we're in light encumbrance. We want to stay in the light encumbrance levels if we can.
Forwards.
Amiri is fighting 3 guys. She's a pretty beefy warrior, so I'm not really concerned about her dying. She's already killed 1.
Time to get my hands
Do not
dirty.
hold back.
Nice. Solid. The barbarian's face
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down.
is distorted with rage. She grinds her teeth and sweat drips from her forehead. Noticing Tartuccio, she swings her sword but stops it just in time.
Blood for Gorum!
Amiri takes a deep breath, then barks out what she just barked out. Swinging her bloody sword, she runs towards the sound of battle.
Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
Let's go loot some things. Mostly just that potion, I guess. We'll probably end up settling some of those potions. There they are, the assassins. This is your last chance. Drop your weapons and we'll spare your lives. So generous, I'm afraid I can't offer you the same courtesy. Hey, you ugly mug, get them. What in hell's name is that? It's a frost giant. Clearly. It's a good thing we're not fighting that, because it would definitely win. Frost giants are pretty tough. For a level 1 group, they are nigh impossible. Clubs are not worth much. Potions are worth a great amount for their weight.
March ahead.
So 4 pounds for 4 gold for longswords isn't bad in terms of weight to value, but at the same time, can't really afford the weight at this moment. We're gonna get another character soon, though. A dexterity check.
Anything else? Can you make an epic pose? Give me inspiration.
Okay, 1 down.
Served it.
We're gonna watch our life, because this could go badly for us. We're gonna take an AOO for shooting in melee, which we really do need to be careful about. We'll take that. It's worth a bunch for its weight.
Guide us.
And I'll take the potion. Thank you. We're back in medium encumbrance, aren't we? Yeah, we sure are. An armory. I'm sure Jumanji wouldn't mind if we borrowed some weapons.
Applause, please.
Well, let's go in. This is our first of many moral quandaries in here. We're taking the bow. That's a composite longbow. That's way better than what we're currently using. Also, a masterwork light mace. Sold. Worth way more than the dozen or so daggers we're carting around. We're gonna try and get our weight down. It doesn't matter at this point. We're already firmly in medium. But composite longbow, quite a bit better than ours. Yeah, let's just put it on. Should add a bit of damage. Oh no, because we have no strength, so it doesn't matter. I just remembered. You need strength for composite longbows to work well. Watch keep your ski. There's a tower shield here. Weighs a ton.
What have we here? This chest is full of gold. I guess it's for the guards' salaries, all things considered. Well, those freeloaders don't seem to have been working too hard for it. Maybe we should pocket it instead.
Tartuccio looks at the chest on the table and rubs his hands together.
What? No, we're heroes, not thieves.
Who said we were stealing it? We'll just take the gold for safety so the assassins don't get it. And then we can heroically return it to Jamandi when this is all over.
No distractions. If you haven't forgotten, they're trying to kill us.
Finally, a voice of reason.
Do what you want. I don't care. It was just a suggestion. But there's a lot of money in that chest, and with all these bandits running around, it wouldn't be any better if they stole it.
Tartuccio shrugs with an ostentatious nonchalance. Not taking the money. We're still lawful. We may not be good, necessarily. Oh, that's a good amount of... It weighs a ton. We can't carry it until we get a warrior. We need to get a warrior so we can start carting around gear.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jaethal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
Tartuccio eyes Jaethal suspiciously.
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
What do you mean undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
Jaethal looks at Lindsay as though at an annoying fly. Jaethal is an undead. Whoops, I didn't mean to move my whole game, but she also has some significant strength, bringing us back to lightweight capacity, and we can go grab some other loot. Like, that's 35 pounds for 62 gold. That's pretty good. This one we'll take as well. Wait, what's on the ground here? Oh, daggers, right. Let's leave the daggers. Alright, so there's nothing else down this road. We have to go this way. We're gonna send Jaethal down the hall first.
How curious.
Or we can just lockpick these. I think we can. You can do this.
Applause,
I
please.
believe in your skills, kinda. We found some beads in a private bedroom. Who knows what they were used for?
I was successful in my search.
Anything else?
What's our experience looking like, by the way? We're at 200 out of 2,000, so I would describe it as not great. We need some significant experience to level up.
We march ahead.
Terrible gear. Okay, we're gonna leave that there. Oh, we're at 31 minutes, so we're gonna end the video here. As soon as we reach this dead body and loot it, we're gonna call it here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Others, I'll see you all in the next video, and we will be continuing with our adventure being a cleric. Take care.